Welcome back to Sidetracked Garage. So today we're going to be playing around with some filters. So we got purolator, wicks, K&N, and a fram. We're going to be running oil through them and putting dirt in the oil pan to suck through the filter and go back into that pan right there. So we'll be able to see how much oil gets trapped in the filter and if any actually comes out of the filter into your pan. And if that was on your engine, that's through your bearings. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get to it. We're going to take our clean oil and dump it into our pan that I don't have dirt in it now, but it's going to have dirt in it. This is going to get really messy. I need to go get some dirt. Alright, so right here, this is the finest dirt Sidetracked Garage has to offer. This is just metal shavings from when I was making flanges for my turbo kit. We also got some sawdust. Fine sawdust. Need some actual dirt, like gravel and stuff. You cringing yet? That might be enough. We'll take our stir and stir it up. And then this will be going into the clean pan, so we've got to make sure that stays clean. And the way the pump is rigged up is sucking oil through here, going into the pump and out and into the next pan. Let's get these out of the way. Fire up the pump. I think it's stopping up. Or the pump's just not trying. I don't know which. Alright, I don't know how well this is going to show up on the camera, but there is actually metal flakes in here. There's 3 in a row right there. Fairly big ones. They're actually kind of all over the place. Yeah, there's actually quite a few shavings in there. At least we didn't get any rocks. That's good, because then that would be in the pump, and that's really bad. Yeah, you can really see them now. That, honestly, is pretty bad, I gotta say. So, that was a success. We're gonna go ahead and yank that filter off of there, try one of the others, I don't know which one, and then I'll be right back at that. Okay, so we ran it a second time, just try to clear the clog out of it. And the longer it ran, of course, the more it's sucked up. That let a lot of metal shavings through, and that's just like a quarter of the pan. If we spin it around, we might even have more on this end. Yeah, that's a lot of metal shavings in there. I was hoping to see some like little bits of sawdust or something come through, honestly. I mean, kind of, sort of, but not really, because I have a fram on my truck currently. Alright, next we're going to be trying the purolator. And I don't know if I said it before, but after we're done here, we're going to be cutting them open, seeing what all went on. And right now, the frame was a little odd, I gotta say, because that was quite a bit of metal shavings came out of that. Now, if you're talking about durability, the purolator, I gotta say, is like on the same plane as the frame, because it is thin. You can put a dent in it with your thumbs. Now, where that comes into play and why that matters is a lot of people like to use oil filter pliers instead of wrenches, and that will tear these things. It'll just tear a gaping hole in them. Definitely don't want that. So, purolator test. Get the oil pump turned on. I don't know, maybe the same. I think that's about the same. That might be worse. Oh, it's kind of hard to say with a test like this. Not exactly 100% controlled. But there might be an actual piece of dirt floating in there other than the metal flakes. Well, I don't know. Okay, so something interesting to note is, see this gasket right here? That came off of the filter. It's not supposed to do that, because whenever you're doing an oil change on your vehicle, if that gets stuck on the filter housing, better make sure you get that off of there, because that's going to cause one heck of a leak. So the best filter would have the O-ring actually stay on it, which of course over time, heat and such, that O-ring will get sticky and actually just stick on its own. But ideally, the perfect oil filter, that wouldn't happen, is what I'm saying. So next, I think we'll do the K&N next. And as far as durability goes with this one, it's thick. That's not even put like a ding in it. That wasn't even a dent. That's thick. Alright, so here's what we got from the K&N filter. So some of this is like from the pan. I don't know what exactly it is, but a lot of it is actually debris, like metal flakes, dirt, and whatnot. that went through the filter and made it through. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you see there's right there a little bit of dirt there. But I would say the K&N probably did do better than the other two. Next up, we have our Wix filter. Go ahead and get that one stuck on there. Alright, so I would say that's probably about the same as the K&N, honestly. More than I thought, but that's not bad. Less than the other two. Let's try to sort out the air bubbles from actual shavings or dirt or such. But I mean, I would reuse that oil probably. I don't know. Yeah, these two little pieces there, I think they're just in the pan. I don't think they came out. They're not moving with the oil, so. And that's what we're taking out of the other pan. Pretty rough. So now, what I'm going to do is take and cut these open. And we will be able to see exactly what happened. Okay, so results, they're here. As far as when you get any kind of trash or whatever into your filter, this one does flow pretty good. It's actually not the best of them. It's good, it's not the best. This is the Wix, and then here we have the Purolator. There's barely anything. The only trash is along the side right here. There's nothing stuck in these holes. Now, the fram, that is bad news. There's just nothing going through, like 4 of these holes. You have 2 that are clean. This one's got a little bit in it, and this one's got some in it. Nothing's getting through that. And the K&N, that one, it did do pretty good. We got a little bit of that in there. I'm sure if it kept pumping, that was going in there like I just shoved it in. But, I mean, you got one great big hole. I don't know why that is the way it is, but there's one big hole and the rest of them are the same size. I don't know. But as far as getting oil into the filter, I'm going to say Purolator is the one. Just because of these kind of oval shaped holes that they have going in there. The Wix, I don't know. I feel like if they had more, well, if they were to say put a little hole there, that it might be better. I don't know. I'm not exactly 100% certain on the filtering technology. This is just terrible. This one, I do like that. So, now, it could be that maybe one or the other just didn't pick up enough junk, and that's why this is the only one that's super stopped up. So, it's time to move on to probably the last part is going to be trying to cut these open with an exhaust cutter. I don't know how well this is going to work. but I'm going to try that. Okay, so starting with the fram after I finally got these cut open. First thing I'd like to point out is the anti-drain back. I just don't like the way that's designed, because when you put that on there, you see how that is? That doesn't look like it would really pinch that and give you a really tight seal. So right there, that's where your oil goes in. And that's how it looks when it's together. So when that's going in, that's just going right down in there. That's where your oil is supposed to come out of. So don't really care for that. And also the way the filter element itself is made. Try to get that out of there. Ooh, very dirty. Caught a lot of junk in that. That's cool. Filter element, I would say it is lacking. Not a lot of fins in there. I mean, it's catching stuff. It's doing filter things. But it's pretty spread open. Oh, okay. Hold on a minute here. Try to make sure I don't actually tear this and see if this is just actually open. Okay, it's, well, okay, so that is crimped shut. But then you look at the rest of it, you can see how this thing would fail. Maybe oil gets in through the top of that, I don't know. Moving on to the purolator. Right off you can tell the anti-drain back is made way better, the way it's raised up. And you actually have a good seal surface that's raised up. So when that goes on there, you get a good seal on it. And nothing gets over top of this and down in there. It all just comes out here, does its thing, and does filter things. I'll pull the filter out. Maybe. Very slippery. Alright, so about the same amount of stuff in there, I would say. Well, maybe a little less. But already we have a metal case on it, way more fins. That really does just look all around much more better. And in there, I mean, it wouldn't really flow very good in my opinion, but definitely trap a lot of stuff and possibly save your engine. Here's a better view of the debris. Yeah. Now, K&N. This one, same deal. Raised up for the anti-drain back. Caught some stuff in it. That's good. Yeah. Got some kind of glue on that. Sealed up nice. It's really, honestly, very similar to the purolator. We caught a lot of stuff in this one. Try not to lay my hand open. Yeah. Let a lot in, but let just a little bit out. Well, almost none, actually. All we got out of it was maybe some very slight metal shavings. Yeah, that did pretty good. There's a little bit of trash there. Now the wicks. See how this one did. This one, you might be able to tell, a little bit harder to get open. Same thing, which that's different actually. I like that. Okay, got some, no, that's glue. Wicks, what are you doing? Why did you put glue on the side of that? And that comes off. Okay, well, that's probably no big deal. Hold on, let's see exactly how this looks put together. Well, my opinion, I don't really like that does what it does. Because then also you can still get some stuff underneath of it. I mean, I highly doubt it would happen, but stranger things have happened in an engine. And that also still traps some stuff in there, like a lot of it. We may have actually put more through this one than any of them, except for the fram. We actually did a number on it. Well, I don't know. We actually did put more through this one. Yeah. So when you're comparing just the filter elements, I'm going to say K&N is the one that really did it for me, which is this one. So we'll lay the K&N and the wicks up together if we can. Oh, there goes that piece again. Maybe more filter material in the wicks. It might be the same. That one's trash. This one, it's alright. I would use that one. As far as price goes, see, this one was around $4. This was $6. This was $18, I think, and the wicks was 11 or 12. I'm going to say, as far as for the price, Purolator, I don't know, price-wise, that's a good filter. But when you go to look at the tops of them, whatever it was I did with the one off the Purolator. Oh, found it. The way they crimp that is kind of cheap, but the way it filters, it's pretty good. This one, it's kind of done like the fram, the way they crimp that. They kind of roll it over instead of just fold it. And then this one and the fram is pretty similar, the way they crimp those. Except this one is, it's got a tighter gap in there. And obviously like a pound heavier. So overall, price-wise, I would go with the Purolator. Absolute best. If I wanted to spend a lot of money, I'd just get a K&N. For, I don't know, peace of mind, I would go with the wicks. And keep in mind, these are all like the cheap ones. These are base model filters, is what I'm saying. This is a terrible filter element. Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking. Oh yeah, I do. Save money. And I mean, of course the filter's cheap, but that's not a good way to make a filter element. And this is like kind of a cardboard material on the top there. That's of course you got paper gaskets, but look how bendy this is. That's happening in your filter, which doesn't really matter that much, I don't guess, but that's not going to seal on the bottom, is what I'm saying. And yes, it is the frame. So what's going on, when it goes in there like that, it's upside down right now, but I mean, you get the idea. It goes in down on this side, comes back up through that side, and that there That's what's sealing it off. So, the bottom side of it like that. Yeah, alright, so that's how it seals itself to the bottom. But look at what you've got there. That's not a lot. So I'm sure it does okay, but that's not a very good filter. It's not a very good way to make it. And then the rest of them are actual metal, which I like. But yeah, I mean, sure other people got their own preferences on filters, but I think I'm probably going to take the frame off of my truck that I've got on it right now and grab me a Wix. Okay, so was the testing conclusive? Slightly. But, I mean, once we cut them open, we really found out what's going on with these oil filters and, you know, which one's actually better, not fram. So, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment and subscribe. I'll see you next time. And now I'm going to go to the store and get a couple of wicks and put on some of my engines.